revulsion at Britain's water pollution crisis ramps up.
We don't want to swim in blue!
Surfers demand more action to clean the country's waters, but restrictions lifted for some in Devon after a parasite outbreak. Also tonight.
This is ITV News with Lucy Watson.
Good evening. The message was loud and clear from swimmers and surfers across the UK today. Stop the sewage. Protesters are demanding more action is taken to clean the nation's rivers, lakes and beaches. It comes as health officials in Devon fear further cases of the waterborne parasite outbreak in Brixham after infected water caused 46 people to suffer from the vomiting illness Cryptosporidium. More on that in a moment, but first, Sam Holder on the latest protests.
Welcome to Sewage on Sea. Location: your local beach. Over the last year, waste was pumped along the English coastline for nearly 500,000 hours combined. Those who regularly come face to face with the filth are fed up.
We don't want to swim in blue! We don't want to swim in blue!
At dozens of beaches across the country, surfers went out onto the water to protest what's within. In Tynemouth, 14-year-old Bethan Davies surfs competitively for England.
I've been ill actually a fair couple of times from just being in the sea after a storm. Sometimes after a storm I'm like, should I risk it and go in?
It's after storms that sewers and pipes tend to overflow.
Across the UK, communities are coming together to demand better from our water companies, to demand better from the regulators and from our politicians. The evidence is overwhelming and it's actually shocking how dire the situation is.
More than 30 surfers against sewage protests were held across the country, including in Brighton. Olympic gold medalist Dame Kelly Holmes hadn't heard of the campaign before this week, but got involved after her own experience.
So I love paddleboarding, and last weekend I went to our local river in Kent and it was disgusting. It was smelly, dirty, and I thought, this isn't right, it's just not right.
Discharges regularly happen within 2 miles of bathing spots, like here in Southend. The amount of sewage dumped on our beaches last year was the equivalent of one of those pipes running continuously for half a century. In fact, that slightly bigger pipe alone pumped waste onto this beach for nearly 500 hours last year. The government launched a water plan in 2023. And regulators can now give unlimited fines to water companies. But critics say things have got worse. Last year, sewage spills into English rivers and seas more than doubled.
And Sam, there's been a development tonight about the parasite outbreak in Devon. What's the latest?
Well, that's right, Lucy. South West Water say that now 14,500 households in the area no longer have to boil their water. They can use their tap water safely. That leaves about 2,500 homes who still do have to boil their water after this Cryptosporidium parasite was discovered earlier this week. There have been 46 confirmed cases so far, but 100 more people or so have reported symptoms. Now, South West Water have apologised, but there is a lot of anger. And it's not just about Brixham and it's not just about South West Water. As we saw in the report there is anger about the state of our water and the companies responsible for providing it.
Sam, thanks for the update.